everyone, I'm Hayley.
And I'm Kaitlin.
And we are Gameday Gals. So Kaitlin, let's talk Indiana Penn State game, Bloomington. What happened?
All right, Hayley, so this past Saturday, as we know, the Nittany Lions traveled to Bloomington, and one of the factors in this game was the strong winds. We saw a lot of the trash on the field and whatnot. However, Penn State's wide receiver, KJ Hamler, broke through that wind, and on the first play, he ran it back for 56 yards, putting Penn State in great field position. And you know what? From that moment forward, I knew that Penn State had their groove back. I had confidence in them for the rest of this game. And you know, I can even say for the rest of the season.
No, I agree with that, and I think that first run of the game really gave their confidence back, and they're like, okay, we are ready to do this. And then it got a little messy, and Indiana ended up taking the lead. But in a non-traditional play by Penn State, quarterback Tommy Stevens took the snap and was able to connect it downfield with tight end Pat Freiermuth for a touchdown to tie up the game. So tell me what happened after that. I know we're like going to fourth quarter. A lot happened in the fourth quarter, so
a lot happened.
Talk about that.
So now jumping to the fourth, with only 4 minutes to play, I shouldn't even say only, because as people know in the football world, 4 minutes is a lot of time.
Long time.
And this game felt like it went on forever in the fourth quarter. So Indiana is up 21-20. Special teams player of the week for Penn State, Jonathan Thomas, runs it all the way back for what we all thought was a touchdown. Unfortunately, they called it off because he did step out at the 5-yard line, which is fine because the Wizard, Trace McSorley, the Penn State quarterback, ran it in a quick 5-yard touchdown, giving Penn State the lead. Tell me what happened next, Hayley.
So following that, Trace McSorley ran it in again, which gave Penn State then a 12-point lead. Crazy. And then Indiana scored, which made it a 5-point game with only 54 seconds left, which is still a lot of time, and a lot of stuff could go down with 54 seconds.
Which it did.
Which it definitely did. Okay, so then Indiana decided to go for the onside kick, and Penn State was luckily able to recover the ball. And then they struggled to get the first down, so then that's when head coach James Franklin decided to call a timeout. What happened after that timeout was called?
All right, so the timeout's called, and then Penn State comes back onto the field to try and convert for the first down, because the key at this point was to hold on to that possession.
And run out the clock.
All they had to do was kill the time, and they had the game. The game was theirs. All right, so Penn State's offense, unfortunately, couldn't do it. They were forced to kick the ball off to Indiana, still time left on the clock. Indiana has the opportunity to score points at this point.
Yeah.
And it scared all of us. I mean, how could Penn State be up by so much and then end up losing? But you know what? Penn State's defense stepped it up. They were able to stop them, and they closed out the game. The Nittany Lions won the game.
Yeah, and that was a really intense ending, but the Penn State Nittany Lions were victorious over the Indiana Hoosiers, 33-28. And now, this coming Saturday, we are looking forward to the Hawkeyes coming to Beaver Stadium for our Happy Valley Hollow weekend. Hopefully the weather stays nice for that, and we're ready for a great football weekend here at Beaver Stadium. I'm Hayley.
And I'm Kaitlin.
And we are Gameday Gals.